think he felt that he wasn't ready, but he was ready. It was just that he just needed to get that encouragement from other people around him because everybody else was fighting, and he just wasn't. He was like kind of the weakest link in the gym at the time.
And the same thing that I saw in him back in the days is the same thing that I see now. Determination, heart, passionate about boxing, hardworking. It's somebody who's really, really hungry and really wants this.
Pretty sure I'm gonna get a little nervous, but once I step in that ring, it's time for me to show the world what I'm about.
Switch! Push it from the outside! Switch! Switch! I'm the owner of Camp Get Right Boxing Gym. I've been here for 11 years. My son started boxing when he was a teenager, and I owned a clothing store at the time, and I had a cousin of mine that was a pro fighter. So I was like, I had a little bit of money, so I was like, you know what? You just invest into a gym and see what we can do from there. So I ended up having my other cousin, Owen Minor, he got on board too. So I had a pro cousin, and my son is an amateur, and my other cousin is an amateur. So I figured let's see the sky's the limit. Let's do it. Invest into the gym and go and see what happens. And we've been here 11 years. We got probably 8 pro fighters out of the gym, a few amateurs. We won a few titles. So I mean, I've been blessed.
I grew up here. Started from the bottom. And I really wasn't the best fighter. I'd say that.
Man, I have been working with Kendrick since he was 11, 12 years old, messing around, playing around, doing a little pats here and there, letting him throw punches at me. And I have seen a big improvement, obviously, since he was 12. Couldn't hit him back then. Then when he turned 16, 17, I started hitting him a little bit harder.
But being around the guys in this gym made me grow up, seeing everybody, made me advance to where I am now.
Boxing's always been in my family, and I had, once he was born, that was like one of the things that I always wanted to do with him, just do the mitts and stuff like that in the house. So since he's been a little kid, he's always been boxing.
Around 5, I would say, he put on the gloves, his dad would put on his gloves, work with him at the house, little hits here and there. The day he was born, September 17th. So you see how he's light here? And how he's dark over here. So my mom was like salt and pepper, so she just, ever since his nickname was Pepper.
My mom spoiled me a lot. Yeah, I guess that's kind of why I'm the way I am with, just stuff outside of the ring and kind of in the ring when it comes to like my outfits and stuff. I go crazy. Fur, leather. I like to look nice. I like luxury stuff.
I think by the age of 7 or 8, I took him down to the Boys and Girls Club and let him do some sparring. And from there on, we always did a lot of house training. I had a little gym in the basement, so we just kind of trained from there. And then as the years went by, when he got to a teenager, I decided to get a gym, and then went from there.
Because I don't like to see him get hit. That makes me nervous. But for the most part, I love it. And my little son is in his steps, and he loves his big brother, so he looks up to him. He likes boxing. He hasn't really technically got into any little amateur fighting yet. He'll go to the gym and train with his dad a little bit. He'll shadow box here in the mirror, but he loves boxing. I just, I want him to succeed and live his dream.
Seeing, these last 2 years, it went from me playing around with him to, hey, I have to let you know, like, I have to let my hands go too because you got some real power now. So now we're able to, get in there, work. He's able to help me. I'm able to help him. And it's impressive being able to see somebody grow as much as he has in such a little time.
He's a good kid. He makes adjustments when he needs to make adjustments. He makes good decisions and stuff. So with adversity, I think he's seen enough and enough people around that he can make adjustments and adapt to anything.
Yeah, you're 13-1. Take me through that one loss.
I went from fighting 2 to 3 months, and then I got, sat out for 6 months straight. So, my timing and reaction time in the fight had a lot to do with it. And when it came to, there was little things in the gym we didn't really have enough time, well, we really didn't get done. It's my fault and some of the people around me's fault in the gym. That's kind of what caused it, but that loss showed me a lot about myself. I always knew I was a tough fighter, but that fight let me know for real that I was really tough. I got knocked down twice. I'd never been knocked down before, and I got back up and finished the fight. It was a tough back and forth fight. I still gave it my all. That fight really showed me a lot about myself.
Kid has heart. That is his strength, his determination to be a winner, to be successful. It's like he's fighting like with a chip on his shoulder. And he shows it every round. Every time he steps in the ring and sparring, he thinks the sparring section is a fight. And that's actually a good thing. He's there to prove himself each and every time.
Being able to adjust, in boxing, it's a million things is thrown at you, and you got to be able to take them. His ability to adjust I would say, is his biggest strength.
I'm gonna explain how he thinks his boxing style is and how I want it to be. His boxing style is he wants to bang. He wants to go in and bang out. Me, I want him to box. He has a long reach and he has power. I want him to look like Thomas Hearns in the ring and box where nobody can touch him, but he's the type of guy that doesn't mind getting hit, and then that's when he kind of like turns up.
If he wants me to jab and I'm being an aggressive fighter on the inside, I'm kind of doing that to break down my opponent, but he wants me to stay away, but I know that I can hurt my opponent, so I'm sitting in there banging with him to try and break him down. But then I'll switch it up, go on the outside, jab like he wants. So it's kind of, it's really 50-50. It works both ways.
He fights at 160, even though we're doing this fight at super middleweight. So he's really long for that weight class and tall. So I just want him to go in and make a guy look stupid. Don't let him touch you at all. And I believe I know for a fact he has that ability to do that. It's just sometimes he gets in and he gets hit and he wants to take it to the next level and blast you out.
He reminds me of somebody like Marvin Hagler, somebody who was rugged. He has the ability and the skills to be able to box. He has a great job. So he could do different things, but that is how he likes to fight, and that's what makes him as good as he is.
One thing about him, he has sneaky power. Like looking at him, you wouldn't think he hit as hard as he hit. Everybody looked at him because he's so long, like, oh, he's a good boxer. He could box, don't get me wrong, but he could punch. He could really punch.
Me sparring him, being able to take those hard punches is what helped me, but I also wanted to show him, I could punch too, so we would go at it. And I wouldn't back down, so that's kind of why I'm so tough in the ring. That's what really made me, being a tough fighter.
For this fight here, we've been sparring with different guys, getting different looks and everything, so regardless of what he brings to the table, we're gonna be prepared for it.
He is at a stage in his career right now where he needs to make a statement. He has been working hard. We've been sparring, hard sparring. So I know that he has the ability to be able to, make the statement that he needs to make at this stage in his career. And it's not all about, the guy he's fighting. It's about him. I know that he has the skills, so he needs to go in there and get the job done. And I know it's not just getting the win. It's, looking good and showing that he's ready for the next step in boxing, which I believe he is.
Well, this is going to be my fourth fight in Worcester. So kind of really already built my fan base out here. People already see me, they know what I'm about, they know what I bring to the table. And now you got 2 other Worcester guys fighting on the card. Now I really got to be on my A game, but this fight I really just want to come out and just put something to sleep and let them know I'm here. This is my city.